Hello, 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 and good morning. Thanks for joining. We're here at stop 4 on the Predator EuroTour, and after last night's unbelievable, thrilling hill finish decider in the men's, Mario He and Marco Spitsky. Marco just edging Mario 10-9 to win his first EuroTour. Congrats to him. Fantastic match. We now move our attention to the women's finals day here. We're down to the last 8 quarter-final stages in a race to 8 ball to see who will become the women's Kamui Slovenian Open champion. Next up, we have Sandra Baumgartner from Austria versus the local Anna GRADISNIK. This will be an interesting match. My name is Graham Hickman, and I'll be trying my best to talk you through how this match will unfold. As we see there, Anna with the break. It's a 2-break format, meaning each player will have 2 breaks, no matter if they win or lose the rack, and then it will move to the other player, and so on until we have a winner. There is a shot clock in order, 1 minute shot clock after the break, and then they have 35 seconds with a 25-second extension should they choose to use it. So first break there, it's a dry break. Hit them pretty well, a little bit off center, but nothing really threatening any pockets. So first open chance for Sandra here. Sandra still chasing her first EuroTour win, but she has had some good form so far this year. She made the final back in stop 1. Oh, choke, nearly hitting the ball there. She made the final in stop 1 at the Longoni Italian Open. Had a fantastic run there. Just losing out to Yasmin. And then stop 3, she made the semi-final of the Estonian Open as well. So she's in quite good form. However, we all know GRADISNIK is a force on the table as well. Multiple EuroTour winner. And she's won many medals as well. Gold in the 8 ball. So it's definitely one of her strong games. But let's see. Form versus experience as well. So she's taking solids here. She will have to try and open this 3 ball maybe. Yeah, she had to force it a little bit. Didn't have the best angle, so it needed a bit of power and power into those side pockets from a little bit of an angle. As you've seen there, didn't like it. So second chance for Sandra here. A bit of a tricky opener. She's looking to maybe play a safety shot. Not a bad option. Just roll up behind this one. Well, it hasn't really put Anna in a great amount of trouble. Does have a shot on the 2. That 3 ball is still a problem. Trying to see where it can be. She can take the 2 in the side. Don't think it goes all the way down the bottom. But maybe she's looking at another option. She hasn't called anything. Maybe cross bank. I'm not sure what she's playing. Oh, she's trying to play safe. She doesn't want to scratch off the 1. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. I seen the plan there. If she had just landed on top of that 1, next to that striped 10 ball, would have been quite a good shot. Opening the 3. Yeah, good view here. If that cue ball just held up somewhere down table. Oh, it just had a little bit too much pace. So that Sandra safety paid off. She now has ball in hand, which is a big bonus, as you can see, putting it right in the problem area straight away. Getting rid of maybe one of the awkward situations, opening up that 11 ball. So in those last couple of shots, from the safety to the ball in hand, has really opened this rack up. The 8 ball probably needs a little bit of care. She's having a look there now. Yeah, does it go in the bottom left past the 4 ball? If it does, I think it does, that will make work a little bit easier. Having a few more pockets. You can even see there, maybe just go past the 1 ball as well. Not that I think the 8 ball will come in this pocket, but there is options. That's the most important thing. Well, a few early, maybe settling in there. That's a bit of a miss. Wasn't a difficult pot. She was just trying to put a bit of draw on it to come across for the 11 ball. The ball's on the side rail there. But a great chance here for Anna to maybe pick up the first rack, which I don't think she expected with the layout. Nothing of real. Letting the cue ball run a little. That's not the best kiss, but she might be able to have the 1 ball still. It's probably the most easiest shot that she has, and she can try and come up table for position for there. You see the 4 in between the 5 and the 8. She has the 2 ball as well, so possibly the 1 ball, maybe come off 1 rail or run through off 2, depends how she sees it. Yeah, she's running off 2. She's playing in the gap. She might take the 4 ball here. 2 ball is on as well. Doesn't really give the best angle maybe, so yeah, she could take the 2 ball and come back for the 5 maybe. That could be an option. She might have to leave the 3 until a bit later. But she is running forwards off this 4 ball. Trying to get on that 3. It's not a good kiss though. She's still on the 3 ball, but it's not ideal. The only good thing is she does have the 5 in the bottom left, and she has the 2 in the top left, so she might have to play this 3 off the right hand long rail. Not sure if she can hold it, but either way she'll have a bit of space on the table to be on the 2 or the 5. That was a very nice shot. Beautifully timed. Judged to perfection. She's in prime position now on this 2. I don't think she's hampered by the 10. She's okay. Just pull this back kind of to where her head is. Around that right side of the table will be perfect. It's pretty okay. Nicely done. Weathered the storm a little bit there. Cue ball wasn't perfect all the way through that, but pulled off a few good shots towards the end, which was a great time to nail the position. And they both had chances in that first rack. Maybe a bit of early morning settling in. Totally understandable. There you see the scratch coming here. Trying to play a creative safety. Didn't work out, but this was the shot for me. Very nicely timed. Sandra had a couple of chances there in that rack. Didn't take them. Still very early in this match. She will have chances on her break, and I'm sure more to come. Tables are tapped, so no magic rack. Very small micro indentations in the table. Doesn't affect the table play, but it just means the balls all sit consistent and connected. So we do have an even break every time a player comes to the table using the Predator arc table. Absolutely beautiful. The finish on this table is exquisite. As you can see around the pockets as well, the flush with the pockets, just everything. When you're cueing, those avid pool players out there, you'll know when you're cueing around the sides of a table, sometimes you feel the rubbers or the frame of the table can impact your cueing, but this table is very smooth, flush. Being used around the world now as we speak. Beautiful table. And playing very nice. So Sandra here, another chance. Balls are quite open this time. Elected for solids, and no surprise, they are very nice, wide open. She might have to try and find a little bit of a gap on this one ball here if she wants to play it in the side. She has done. Possibly going to leave that solid just by the right centre pocket there till the end. That might be an option, just because of the connection with the two ball. Actually, she has a very good angle here just to float in between those two remaining solids on the right side of the table. But it's always good to make a choice, because you don't want to land awkward angle. Try to pick where you're going to go. So she is going to play the two. She's a little bit short. It's not ideal. Might even have to take the other one and possibly play a little bump into the 10 ball. I think that's the shot. Just go all in. Play the little bump. Oh, she's overcut it though. Yeah, that was all came from that 4 ball. It was a little bit tentative. Sandra could have played to the rail and even bounced off the rail, so it was quite short in terms of pace. That's why I said it was important to get the right angle. You don't want to be having to play something a little bit wild. And now, because Sandra has removed quite a bit of traffic from the table, just leaves a wide open playing surface now for Anna. Not much complication in terms of blocking, or it's just about shot selection here. Yeah, not the best angle actually. Can only really go forwards or back. I'm not sure if she can pinch a little bit. So a little bit. Yeah, she's checking how straight she actually is. It's not a perfect angle here. Can she draw back into the 11 ball or past the 11? I think she's going to try to pop it round a couple of rails. Oh, that's a great shot. That was pretty straight, and she had to power that to create something in terms of an angle. It's worked out pretty well. Try and get rid of this 11 ball now, maybe. That 9 ball looks like a good connector for the 8, so she might just come up table here. She's looking at the one in the left hand side pocket. Looks like the natural angle to bring the 11 ball up, and play for either one of those two stripes on the left-hand side, the 13 or the 14. Yeah, she had space to play for options, probably leaving that 9 ball for the connecting ball to the 8. Just run this off the long rail, maybe a little bit of left-hand spin just to straighten it back. Come back across the middle table. That looks pretty good. Bit of a stretch, but doesn't have to do a lot with the cue ball. Yeah, she's overdrawn it a little bit, but nothing of any major concern. The 8 ball was always going to be going in the bottom left corner, so she'll just draw this back ever so slightly. And Anna has taken these well. A 2-0 lead, wins both of her breaks, even though she didn't get in first in either of them. Sandra will probably feel maybe a little bit of a missed opportunity there to at least get one of them. Not meant to be, so Sandra now has 2 breaks of her own, and she'll definitely try to have to hold on to some of them. Plenty of pool action for you today. As I said, it's the women's finals day, so we have the quarterfinals running now, and then after this we will run into the semi-finals first match, which will be at 12:30 local time, followed at 3 p.m. for the second semi-final, and then running with the final around 5:30 local time. So put your feet up, get a drink, and maybe spend a bit of time with us watching and listening. Wow, what an interesting break. All the balls seem to move to the left side of the table, but she does make a stripe in the bottom right. I think the 10 ball went down, just fell in. Stripes are blocked by a few balls. Solids seem to be a little bit more open, and even though there's 4 solids all there around the bottom side there, they all can be connected a little bit. Not sure if she can play a stop shot and play the 3 ball here. Quite possibly. Yeah, so wasn't a bad starter really to get rid of a bit of a problem ball. And now she's in prime spot. This 2 ball does need a bit of solving. She might be able to just roll through and get there. It's a shame that she couldn't have avoided the hamper queuing. I'm not sure if she's over the 5. Wow, that was all brought on by a little bit of extended queuing. Yeah, she was trying to play the stripe off the 5 into the side. Don't know if that was on. Nevertheless, it was an incredible combination. Obviously she didn't play it, but it might have worked in her favour a little bit. I don't know if Sandra can get the 2. If she can't, then Sandra can only see the solid at the top of the table and the 4 ball, which is, she might be able to bend it. Oh, she's trying to jump it. This could go wrong. What a chance for Anna here. Half wondering if maybe Sandra could have just swerved it a little bit and even just made contact with the 2. Jump shot was a little bit more risky, I think. It's all about what you feel comfortable at that moment. So a little bit of a roll from Anna there, has to be said. And now she's got ball in hand, which she can actually try and get rid of a couple of problem areas. She's got an interesting shot choice here. Don't know if she can pot this one and bump the one next to the side pocket. Don't think she can from that angle. Yeah, that one next to the side pocket it's a little bit of a problem, just because it's so close to that center pocket. If you come below it, you're going to have to be straight, because I'm not sure if you're off angle and you pot that, does the center pocket come into play from a scratch? She's looking in the side. That would be incredible if that's potable in the side. It doesn't look like it from the main table view, but sometimes we notice the players have a better view. Maybe it is. Maybe she can bump it here. Only needs a nudge. Oh, she's missed it. She's been trying to get below. It's another bit of a let off, has to be said there. So I think Sandra's going to play the 4 and try and go up table. Get rid of that. Can she just run right side of the black? Oh wow. Sandra is not settled at the moment. Not able to really get anything going here. Her confidence is probably a little bit knocked. She's missed a few balls, and if Anna can somehow find a way to run out here, I mean, this would be a phenomenal shot to start with. Scratch could be on. If she's hitting it the stripe full in the face, she might be okay. And she did hit full in the face, but she's missed the pot. She's left Sandra on the ball up table, so another chance. Yeah, that's not the best. She overran that by quite some way. And because that 2 ball is so deep in the pocket, playing the 2 ball first and then finding a rail might not bite as much as she likes. She's even looking at the 4. She's going to play a carom? No, she's got to play the 2 ball here. She'll be relieved to get that one on the board. A collection of mistakes from Sandra. Maybe that'll settle her down. Anna had a couple of chances as well. Granted, the second one wasn't too easy, but I'm sure out of both players, Sandra will be feeling better to get that one on the board. Gets one rack back. There you see the 2-ball miss. She was trying to hold for the 4, so she just tried to squeeze a little bit more out of the 2 than probably was there. Yeah, makes the last ball rolling. However, the cue ball has ran quite far up table. A little bit of an unfavourable position. Doesn't make for an easy opening shot. She is going for the stripe in the bottom right. She's missed it. So passing the stripes back to Anna, I think, is going to be the state of play here. Stripes aren't too bad. Solids have a few little issues, but I think stripes are going to be the option here. They spread quite nicely with a few connecting balls as well. If Anna can just get in pretty good position here. You can see the 2 around the centre of the table and then 2 at the top, so it's a good chance to take a 3-1 lead. She got a little bit nervous there because it was coming back towards the centre pocket. She got a little bit more juice on it. Luckily it went above the centre pocket. She will have to control this one a little bit. She might even decide to go forward. Now she's going back. Maybe a little bump on the 6 ball. Yeah, that was nicely judged. Very well done. And I'm wondering if the 8 ball goes in the top right corner. Just trying to see there from that camera. I think it does. There we see the 8 ball does go in the top right corner as well, so she can keep the cue ball around this area. I think the 10 in the bottom left is probably the shot here. Just play a little bit of a stop shot. She's perfect on the 10. Just to keep the cue ball around that area. Nothing crazy. Nicely done. And then pull this 14 ball back. Just where she's lining her cue up there. So taking these very well. A little bit unlucky on the break from Sandra. Did make a ball, but had a pretty tricky opener. Unfortunately, gifted the chance back to Anna, who's taking these very well. we have it. 3-1 lead for Anna. Sandra not able to capitalise off the break, but still plenty left in this game. Match on the other table. Ina Kaplan 3-1 up in her match against Bojana Sarak from Serbia. All German battle on the other table. Christina Steinledge 6-2 up against Johanna Indulkova. And then on the other match, Viana Franco from Portugal against Melanie Saubenguth, another German. 4 Germans in the last 8. Impressive stuff. All battling out to make the last 4. We will keep an eye on those matches and see how they evolve. But back to the breaks of Anna. Let's see if she can create a bit more distance between Sandra and herself with these 2 breaks coming up. So dry break. Oh, Sandra walking back to her chair. She's really having a tough time. Just doesn't seem to be on it today. I think she's going for her extension to play the one at the top maybe. Yeah, because the 8 ball is down table, she has an opportunity just to try and get rid of a few balls up top table. And as you see, there's 3 stripes all in a line around the centre part of the table. It's a great chance. Sandra's going to have to try and get a move on with taking some of these chances. Some uncharacteristic misses by her. A bit of spin on that to come down. What a great shot that is. And she's landed perfect for the stripe in the right centre. That's possibly the one she's going to take now. 8 ball does go on the bottom right. So Anna just working her path here. She's just looking, if she takes the 10 ball stripe as her second last ball, how would she need to land on her last stripe, just down below the 8 ball. Yeah, that 14 ball is probably going to be her last ball, judging by the way she's playing these. It's an interesting shot here. So is she going to run it forward towards the 4 ball and play the 14 in the opposite left corner, or is she going to play a stop shot to come around the 8? But if she does play a stop shot, it will be fine, but she'll have to use the rest, I think. She might elect to run forward a little bit here. Just needs to be careful of the 4. She's judged it very well. Maybe even a stop shot for the centre. Yeah, I like the idea of a simple stop shot here. She's taking these nice and punishing Sandra again for a miss. And I think every break that Anna has had so far has been dry. And Sandra has had a chance every single time on her break, just unable to take advantage. You would think at some point that Anna will find a ball off the break, so time will tell if those missed opportunities will play a big part in this match. So we have Anna's second break. Maybe she might try something different, because all the breaks so far, yeah, she's trying maybe something. I think maybe if she can put a bit more power in, that might try and get some bonus balls. She went for the softer ones last time. She's going to get the one in the top maybe. Gets the one. First glance. Solids all seem to be up table a little bit, more in the open. The balls are quite spread nicely. Just depends on how they all interlink and connect. 3-ball there looking could be an issue on the solids. But if she wants to take stripes, she will have to take possibly a more difficult opening shot. Yeah, there you see that 3-ball. I'm not sure if it goes in the left-hand side past the 10. Could be a problem. I think stripes would be ideal if she can take this long one down the rail and just play a bit of a stop shot. It's probably the shot to go for, to be honest. I think sometimes it's in your interest to take a little bit more of a difficult opener, just to give you the best position. She can just kill the cue ball there. Oh, what a great shot. And I think that 3-ball and the 4-ball, to a degree, probably pushed her to make that decision. Less complications with the stripes. All she needed was one good shot to get in, and she's playing the 12 in the side. It's a clever shot. Not sure on the angle. Is she going to run into the 8-ball, or does she have to play a slightly different way? It's hard to tell. The 10-ball's a little bit close to that side pocket. If she can run forward, maybe she can find a gap. Oh, this could be nice. She could land. Taking this stripe in the side pocket now, she can stun down below the 10-ball to play the 10 in the top left. She might even just be able to drop this in and get close to the 10. Oh yeah, she can get really close to her work. 10-ball, then the 9-ball, followed by the 13. And the 8-ball goes in the bottom right, so 9 to 13 is going to be key. Needs to go up table a little bit here. Oh, she's taking the 13 first now. So that's interesting. So it tells me maybe she might even be able to pot the 8 in the left corner if she was to maybe. Let's see, she might draw this back. Let's see the angle. If she's just off straight, she might be able to draw this to the long rail where she's standing and back out for the 8-ball. She might even have to run it through. She can just pinch it, just draw it back left side of the 3. Oh, she's even going into the 3. What a shot. Fair play. All out attack. This is more like the stuff we see from Anna. Balls wide open, very dangerous. Anna does play in the open events as well, battling through the men's field. Pretty sure yesterday she had some wins. So a very dangerous player. Obviously one of the top women players as well. So extends her lead. It's Sandra's break. She didn't realise. There we see the schedule, like I mentioned. Once we finish with the quarterfinals, we'll have the 2 semi-finals pretty much back to back, and then the final as well. So grab your drinks, whatever you're doing. If it's Sunday, it's a chill day, and you want to watch some pool with us, it's all free. Come and sit and have a listen. Maybe we get some exciting drama like we did yesterday in the men's final. Incredible match. Mario 9-5 up, chances to win a few times, didn't go his way. Great first win for Marco. Will we get a first time winner of this EuroTour? There is a few out there. That's a good break. Where's a cue ball? Oh, that's unlucky. It's a pretty good hit by Sandra there. Sometimes the other balls are not your friend. As you see, she did a little bit off hit the cue ball, but it did get bumped around, and there you see it. Interesting layout. A couple of balls over the side. Anna has ball in hand, so if she can find a way to attack this little cluster, she will have to at some point. But actually, looking there, the stripe below is easy potable in the bottom left. I think she can go for that after this, and maybe even open the 8 ball. I don't know if the 8 ball does go in the bottom right through the 2 solids. This is all about pace. Can she just drift around to the right side? She's flicked it though. It's not what she wanted to do. Felt like she had to draw that a little bit. Didn't look natural. So she has got a problem now. I don't know if she can still pot it or not. It's called for her extension. Maybe from the main table view we'll see, but I think yeah, you see it. That's very tight. That solid just above is sticking its nose out, which is probably going to impact her view. She's asking the ref to keep an eye on it. She'd much prefer the ref to make the call, but if it's a foul and she sees it, she will call it. This will be close. It was all fine. So actually it's worked out pretty well for Anna here, because she had that stripe over the side as a little bit of an insurance ball. All she had to do was focus on the pot. She's also got a stripe over the top left corner, so it'd be great if she can drift over to the one on the rail here. Well, she's bumped into it, but she does have the one over the side, but that's not too bad. She can play this one in the side, play the 10 ball in the top right corner with a bit of a stop shot, and actually have a lovely angle on that 9 to roll forward for the 8 in this bottom right corner. As you can see, it doesn't go in the bottom left, but it's wide open in the bottom right. She's just lining it up, and because the cue ball is off the rail here, she can actually pot this in such a way to draw it back a little bit, bring the cue ball off the rail. have liked a little bit more, but she's still okay, even if she just runs it through. Anyway, kind of around the middle pocket area should give her a pretty okay shot here. Oh, she even had a little bit of angle as well, so if she can reach this, she might have get her extension again. Not sure if she can stretch. Oh, she can reach it. It's a nice finish, that. Punishing Sandra. A little bit hard done by there was Sandra. It was a pretty okay break. A little bit of a miss hit on the pack, but getting kicked in for the scratch. Gifted Anna a ball in hand, and she extends to 6-1. Everything to do for Sandra here. Christina Steinlich from Germany is on the hill, 7-3 against her countrywoman Johanna Indelgoffer. So she is very close to winning. Ina Kaplan is on 5 and Anna's on 6. Vienna Franco is on 4 against Melanie Saubenguth. Quite close, that game. But back to this one. Sandra with her second break of 2. Pretty good hit, but another scratch, and it's just not happening for Sandra, unfortunately, in this match. Gifting another ball in hand to Anna, and I'm sure she's fearing the worst. The stripes look pretty good at first glance anyway, because the 1 ball and the 2 ball just below the 8 is kind of blocked by the stripe. Anna does have a problem on the right side of the table with the 10, and she does have a problem with this 9 ball, so she's going to take the 9 ball now. Great if she can put herself in a position to fix that 10 ball in the next shot, but she's going down table first. Is that a bit short? Yeah, I think she was trying to come all the way down table, and she shouldn't have hit that by quite some way. She would have loved to have been a bit closer. Might have to change the plan. Yeah, she kind of stunned the 9 ball rather than maybe topspin. Didn't seem to go forward as much. I think what she's trying to do here is, yeah, pot this stripe and leave the cue ball just above the diamond on the left side of the table to leave a nice angle. How's the pace? Oh, she's got too much into it. She wanted to leave the cue ball on the side so she could have an angle to run through into the 5 ball next to the 10. She's now chasing the rack, unless she decides to play something else. Safety, she's playing the combo, so she's going all out attack. She's going to try and combo into the side and open the 10 at the same time, I think. Yeah, bump into the 5. She's called the 11 in the side. Oh wow, what a great shot, and look where the other stripe is going down table. That might work out okay, you know. It's still not out of the woods, but if she can concentrate on a good pot here, keep that cue ball around about the middle diamond of the left side of the table. Oh, she's taking this cut on first, so she feels this one is better. Maybe she's going to try and get on the 10. How's the pace? Needs to pull up. It's not bad, you know. This could work out very nice if she can get pretty straight. she can pot this and draw off the long rail and land pretty straight on this ball next to the bottom right corner. Needs to slow down, and then she can just pop this in. Yeah, she's lining up, play the 12 in the bottom right, just below the 4, and then take the 8 in the side. What a run out this will be. She'd love to be straight here, and she's not. So this might mean she's played a few good little nudge and bumps here in this match. So long as she might even be able to be naughty and play it straight off the 4 ball. Use the 4 to pot the 12 instead of going into the 8 ball. That could be an option. Let's see if she plays that. Now she's tried to bump the 8. Hasn't worked out. And now she has a problem, because I don't think this 8 goes well from that angle. Does she have some kind of shot? Just calling the cross bank. This could be all kinds of bumps and runs here, because she's going to go into the 1 ball and the 2. Everything could go a bit wild here. Yeah, not sure if that was on. She didn't really have much of a choice. No real safety shot. That's the thing with 8 ball. When you come into those situations, there's no way to hide. You've just got to come up with some crazy shot. Go for something. So a chance for Sandra to get one back here. She's overrun that a little bit. She just feels a little bit unsettled. She hasn't been able to get much table time, in fairness. But she's very much in control of this rack here. She's overrun this again, I think. So a safety shot is coming. She'll just flick off the edge of this 5 ball. Try to put the cue ball maybe on the middle diamond of the top short rail. Snooker her on the black. Oh, she's playing that way. She's left a shot on the 8 ball. I'm surprised she went that way. There's a double on here. Yeah, double in the top left as we see it. I think that's the shot. She can maybe play it slow pace. Give it every chance. Doesn't need to go crazy with pace. It's not far away. What a double. What a shot. Great shot by Anna there. Has to be said though, that safety from Sandra, unless she was trying to use the 5 ball as cover, I think putting the cue ball in the middle of the top rail probably would have been a safer bet. Because even if she left the 8, there wasn't a double the other way. But full credit to Anna, that was a fantastic double. So that gets Anna onto the hill, and she has breaks now. Try and take this match. She's definitely due a ball off the break, and that ball off the break is the cue ball. She did make a 10 in the top. She hasn't really been able to find a break this match. Ball in hand for Sandra, but looking at the table very quickly before looking at this replay, I don't think the table was very friendly at all. A few problems around the 8 ball. However, ball in hand, Solid, maybe at second glance. Could be okay. 2 ball probably goes in the left side. 6 ball goes in the bottom left. Just below the 8 there, so actually solids are not too bad. It's just about maybe going straight down for this 6 ball now. She'd love to be just a little bit off straight so she can hold for that 2 in the side. It's maybe a little bit short of pace. But the 2 does go in the bottom right as well, I think, so she might have to come back for that. Maybe try and go 2 rails, come up to the middle of the table. Oh, she's missed it. Sandra's just a little bit unsettled. Hasn't been at the table much at all. And firing way below her usual level. Yeah, I don't know if she can make that one below the 8. If she can, play this just with a little bit of draw. Bring the cue ball back up a little bit. Just needs that to go, and it hasn't. There's a problem here. I don't know if she's got a skill shot here. Can she pop the stripe and the 2 ball at the same time? Can't see any other option where this ball can go. The only other option I can see is if she goes a bank. Maybe the bank shot is on, but to play the bank, I think she might have to be below the 8. Don't think she can bank it from above the 8. Don't think it's banked in the middle, so she might have to just drop this in. Maybe it does go in the right center, right, and also the top. It does go in the top right corner actually, so she could try to get over there. I'm not sure what she's tried there. I kind of felt it did go in the top right corner. She did have a bit of angle to get over there, so she could have tried some kind of, I think with that 2 ball previously not dropping. Well, Sandra has to win every rack from now until the end if she wants to make the last 4. Bit of a mountain to climb. A little bit short. I think she can still see the 5 maybe, but might have to take this 3 ball with the rest. don't think she can even reach this with her extension because she's leaning over. She can maybe just reach it. Yeah, weathered the storm. A little bit of pressure on this 8-ball. She's probably going to take it in the top. Much more chance of less things going wrong. You don't want to flirt too much with the side pockets. Oh, Sandra. I think she also in her mind wanted to draw the cue ball a little bit to kind of make sure she didn't leave Anna a shot, but this has not been a very high level match for Sandra. She'll be a bit disappointed here. Yeah, I think sometimes you just have to write it off as a bad day at the office. You can't play perfect stuff all of the time, and as we all know in the world of pool, for pool players, if everybody played perfect all of the time, it would be a strange game. So one good shot for Anna here to get her into the last 4. Probably have to take the long one. Not sure if her cueing is hampered a little bit by the 8-ball. Hard to tell. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but just focus on the pot. Keep that cue ball left side of the table. And she'll be in the last 4, I think, yeah. Oh, she snatched at it. I think that 8-ball was a little bit more causing a problem than we think. It was a bit jabby from Anna. This is a thin 8-ball, but well done. Good pot. Sandra hanging in. It's not over yet. Sometimes funny things can happen. We've seen this yesterday. I touched on earlier in the men's final, Mario had a few chances to win and just didn't seem to go for him. And then the match turned little bit by little bit, and we ended up hill. So let's see what evolves. We have already one semi-finalist, Christine Steinlich from Germany. She is sitting there waiting. Ina Kaplan is 6-4 up against Bojana Sarach. She will play the winner of that match. And then Viana Franco is still ahead 5-2 in that match against Melanie Saubenguth. And they will play the winner of this match, whoever is victorious. So, like you say, pool gods sometimes open a door. A dry break gives another chance for Sandra, and there you see the 8-ball does go. And all the stripes are pretty makeable. There's a little bit of congestion around the 10-ball. And with that 1-ball on the side rail, 13, it's a bit of an issue. However, having balls close to your problem balls does make it somewhat more manageable in cases. But Sandra will need to have a plan and not pot her way just into trouble. Don't know if she can play the stripe off the 1-ball into the side pocket and kind of open that space up. Not sure if that's on. Depends how high the 1-ball is. If the 1-ball is close enough to that side, I would definitely be playing the... Yeah, from this angle, play the stripe off the 1. Open that up. Oh, nicely done. That's worked out very nice indeed. So there was a plan, which has been executed very well. She could opt to take the 10-ball here. It's all about just having the right angle to get the 8. So judging by this, she's going to play the 8-ball in the side. A little bit surprising there. She could have pulled that back and maybe had a more angle. Is she going to punch it in? Oh wow, she is trying to punch it in. What a shot. The angle didn't look like she had that on. She's looking up in a bit of frustration. It's not awful. She needs to stay focused because she's on the 8. It's not a terrible position. She's not completely on the rail. Surprised she's taken down, but there you go. Very nicely done. It was a great finish. A little bit of a laugh and a smile there, thinking, wow, I can do it. We all know she can do it. She's a very good player, just not having the best of days today at the moment. But as we know in pool, things can change, tides can turn, and momentum can definitely shift. And it all starts with 1 ball, 1 break. And now she has a couple of breaks. Yeah, she looked pretty straight on this, but this was a great shot. She was able to punch it across. And just threading that 8-ball through gets her back to 7-3, and she's not out of this yet. She does have 2 breaks. Sandra can hit the balls pretty well, so if she can control that cue ball... Wow. As I said that, she definitely didn't control the cue ball. A bit of a wild one. And it's another scratch. She was just getting a little bit of something going there. I mean, if she could have somehow broken around a couple of her racks, she could have been right back in this match. First glance, solids look pretty okay. Ball in hand, stripes also look okay. All depends how that 3-ball, 10-ball and 8-ball are in that middle of the table. Maybe from the main table view we'll get a better view as well. Yeah, this is... There you see it. The 3-ball goes in the side. Yeah, I kind of like solids. If I'm honest, take this 5-ball down the rail straight away. That could be an option. But it all depends how you see it. I do like getting rid of that 5-ball if she does go solids. But she is looking at stripes, I think. No, she's taking a different path. Maybe she's starting with the 4-ball. Interesting. Okay, so that tells me she is playing 4-ball, then this 6-ball, then she's going to come back and play the 5 down the rail, I think, to then link up with those 4 balls that are all just to the left of the 5. She wants to be on the rail here. How's the pace? It's a bit hard, maybe. That was a danger for me. She's not ideal on this 5 now, so change of plan. She's going to have to come back to that. That's why I like taking that 5 straight away, if I was honest, just to get rid of it. She's going to have to take the 1, I think. It's not ideal now. Don't even see where her next shot is going to come from. Oh, well, she was able to draw through the gap, so that's a really good recovery right there. And now she can look at that 5-ball after this 7 in the side. Yeah, she can roll this through. Solid in the side, 5 in the top right corner, possibly the 3 in the side. Oh, she had a little bit of angle actually, so she's going to have to come down first. Maybe for the 2-ball. Thought she was pretty straight there, but she had a bit more angle. Well, she is still taking the 5, so that's telling me she is going the way she originally thought. Pull this back for the 3-ball. She's got a choice of 3 or 2, but I'm almost certain she'll take the 3 first. Can she just draw this back and avoid the 8? I think she can. And she can play the 8-ball in the top left corner. Also goes in the top right corner. Just depends how she lands on this 2. Just a little delicate one. Oh, nicely done. If she can pull the cue ball back to where it is now. She has got a little bit more of an angle. I don't know if that stripe's going to come into play of where the cue ball will land. Yeah, she could just pull it past. So this 8-ball. Wow. Wow. No words. Her cueing just went all over the place there. She'd done all the hard work. What a chance for Sandra to get back in this match. Well, that was a huge miss. Not sure how much that could affect Anna. She's had a couple of golden chances to win this match, and Sandra's got to be thinking, well, she doesn't want to take it. Maybe that'll give her a little bit of motivation to knuckle down and try and put some pressure on. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody takes a time out here. Potentially. But there you go. Somehow, pool gods, with a bit of help from Anna, Sandra has 7-4. Sandra, I've been thinking this match should have been over a while back. Same for Anna. I have to say that was a big miss, and she will be, yeah, thinking about that one for a little bit. Yeah, that has to be said, that was a bit of a horror stroke. I think if she watches that one back, her arm, her body, she jumped up. Of course it was the match ball. Wasn't the smoothest of cue actions. Big pressure moments can do that. And all of a sudden Sandra finds a bit of a break with no scratch, and this is what can happen in pool. And if Sandra can run these balls out and put extra pressure on Anna, because Anna's break hasn't been working either, so this match is far from over. That was a good shot. He's already on her problem ball. She can just thread this cue ball back through where she is now. Give herself some options. That's okay. A little bit hampered for the one in the side, but she will be taking the one in the side pocket first. Maybe just drift down the table ever so slightly. Yeah, I don't think she needs to put extra pressure of hampering cueing. If she can get through and take it, there is another path, another way. Well, she is going for this one. A little bit hampered. She prefers this path. I'm so surprised, to be honest. Surprised that she had wanted to take that one. Of course, we're not at the table, but it was a bit hampering cueing and a tricky one. She just downed a shot of water there, feeling it. Yeah, I'm really surprised. She could have rolled in the one in the side and had a choice of two balls down table just to readjust the plan. And hey, look, all depends how you feel in the moment. I'm just very surprised she would want to put that extra stress on a shot. But that's pool, everybody. She's a bit short here. I don't know if she can drop this in the side comfortably. This is pressure. Yeah, this is horrible. Don't like this at all. This is very missable. Oh, she's played a cracking shot there though, and she's absolutely perfect. Perfect angle just to stun over to the rail and have a straight one ball here. And where the 8 ball is, surely Anna must get out here. She was, her heart there, she was thinking, have I scratched? So she might actually elect to roll this forward maybe and play the last 7 ball down rail rather than risk drawing it back. Drawing it back is also an option, but if she draws it back she's going to have a little bit of an off angle. Let's see. Oh, she's managed that well. She can actually just cinch this. And I tell you what, Anna will be one relieved person to get this match over and done with now, because a few misses was starting to take a turn. Sandra had a chance there to turn the screw a little bit. And I think this 8-ball is one she will not miss. She's smiling. She's thinking, thankfully I'm over the line. There you go. Incredible scenes. She knows there she had missed a few chances, but congratulations, Anna will be in the semi. Unlucky there to Sandra, good run, but just not meant to be for her today in this match. So we will be back at 12:30 local time for the first of the semi-finals, and there is some matches going on, but I think the match will be up first. Could be an all-German affair of Ina Kaplan versus Christina Stanglage. That will be the first semi-final, and Anna will be in the second one, waiting on the winner of the other match between Viana Franco and Melanie Saubenguth. More to come. I've been Graham Hickman. Thanks for joining me, and we will be back very shortly soon. Bye for now.